Hey guys, Dragonite13 here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. So previously we arrived in Charlian and did a lot of reading and talking. But, because of that, we've found a lead that something might be going down in Labyrinthos, and that's where we're going to be headed, where we'll finally have a little bit of action. So, without further ado, let's do it. Alright, Cryo. We're all here now, yes? I'm taking the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. You need permission for that? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess it is a storage facility. Right, everyone onto the lift and down we go. Alright. I dread the music. I mean, the area looks cool, though.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky.
Here it goes.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
I feel called out.
Knowledge buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Okay, the instrumentation sounds a little better than when they did that first, preview video. At the keynote, I believe it was.
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
I mean, is it always day, though, or does it have a night mode?
But I assure you that we are beneath Charlian itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some
And it ran out of
400 years
magma?
ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Aren't those people gleaners?
Yeah, that's the uniform we saw.
Judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Did you call to me just now?
Uh-oh. Some echoing happening?
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be
Yes,
fine, I'm
surely
sure.
that's what it is.
Let's get to work, shall we?
Yep, because sentences like, oh, it's nothing, I'm fine, have only ever been followed by good things. God damn it, Cryo. Alright. The music, why? What's up, Alphino? Excuse me, are you a gleaner? If you don't mind, I have some questions to ask. How goes your info search, Kryl? Most of those gathered here appear to be gleaners. Why don't you wander around and try making small talk? Okay. Oh, I guess I will. Yeah, so see this part. The instrumentation in the reveal video was way worse for that part. So okay, yeah, this is better. Unless that was just like some bad video quality or something happening. That was a fascinating. But can we go back to what we were saying earlier? Alright. No idea where your stole has gotten to. That's fine, though. Hey, Aaronville. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Alright, exhausted gleaners. So they're being pushed to the point of collapsing. Which tells me that whatever they're doing is on a pretty strict deadline. Yeah, look at that area. That looks cool. Where is your stone? Alright, Teve. Let me think. The race seed should be item 1058, cumin seeds 1059, snurtleberry 1060, or were they 1061? Ah, my head feels like it's stuffed with moko grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for Girabanian carrots? What then? Large shipments coming in and out. Alright. Carry me away. Damn. Alright. Music? Music. Okay, that was weird. Just takes a while for the loop to restart, I guess. Odd. Alright. Hey, Dobbin. You want to know what I'm doing? Hauling books, and ore, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no one in at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout, eh? Preparing for the next big expansion. We're already in the next big expansion. Dobbin, you need to keep up. I have no idea where your stole is. No. This one's gonna be anywhere. That cart materialized out of thin air. Awesome. Oh no, there's your Stola. Okay, how did I miss her? You enjoying the view? Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Nay, I'm not shirking my duties. I've not been down here in an age and wish to get my bearings before I went bumbling about. From what I can see, however, there is not obviously out of place. It seems we shall have to resort to discreet inquiries as usual. Alright, Kryl, I talk to people. Shit's on a fast schedule and it's weird. Any luck, Kajuna? What tales did the gleaners have to tell? They're taking stock of large shipments and they're fucking exhausted. So this grand operation began without warning? And for every item they bring in, they're sending more inventory somewhere else. That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. You were right. The Forum is definitely up to something. And they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Alright. Glorified rat catcher. Oh boy. We're gonna fight some rats. We do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, Kajona, I have an idea. dealt to me discreetly. Didn't one of the gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture said creatures, he might be inclined toward a more friendly and enlightening conversation. In the meantime, I will turn my charms upon this gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting. I heard you talking about turning your charms on me. Doesn't really work after you sell the plan. Terribly sorry to disturb you. I need to submit this report of mine, and quickly. It's a bit overdue. Could you remind me of the approximate date the guild ship was enlisted to help facilitate the most recent operation? Jesus. And he was never the wiser. Alright, Aaronville. Tell me about those marmots. You wish to help me find my marmots? I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart, I'd welcome the assistance. Yep, that's what I do. The name's Aaronville, friend. Specialist in the collection of live specimens. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trial I've no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in the sack. Gently, of course. Where to begin, you wonder? I've not seen any scampering around here, so we'll need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot, or you. Oh, I can handle myself. I'll search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck! Oh boy, marmot catching. This'll be fun. Hey, Y'shtola. I found a job that I can do. Nope, okay. Oh, not gonna let me jump down that far, huh? Alright, fine. We're gonna get in some combat. It's a troll. Okay. You know what? Let's do it. There we go. Yep. Yeah, thankfully, Bard's rotation hasn't really changed much between expansions, so let me just get right back into it. Hey, a grizzled mouse. Nope, didn't mean to do that so soon, huh? Okay, I say it hasn't changed, but I forgot that songs are way longer now. We good? Okay, cool. Oh, damn it. Barely you have ready the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. God damn it. Ooh, this reminds me though. Yeah, I forgot with the repertoires happening automatically instead of dots, you just get Apex Arrow so much faster now. Northeast. Ah, it's up on that rock cliff. Okay, gotcha. So those aether currents there, they are what you need to collect in order to unlock flying in an area. So I always like to go for them while I'm exploring an area, instead of coming back for them later. This one's guarded by 2 trolls though. Okay. Well, guess what? I can handle that. Ah, it feels so good. It's like I never went anywhere. Alright. And we got our next Apex Arrow ready. There we go. Do I have to fight them? No. Is it fun? Yes. over there. I'm coming, little marmot buddy. It is a little disappointing that Bard isn't reliant on the dots anymore, which is my 2 damage over time abilities here. Okay, squeak, and get in the sack. God damn it. The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. The grand finale to the Hydaelyn Zodiac story. Are you up here? No. Oh, yep, nope, there you are. Oh, fucking while I'm here. Hey, experience is experience, you know? Okay, for fuck's sake, mouse. Tired of this crap. Get in the sack. There we go. More prepared for its speed this time, you succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Jesus. Aaronville, you better be goddamned satisfied with this, because holy crap, that was really annoying. Here, I got your goddamn marmot. How did you fare? I tracked down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. Here, I've got it. Ah, there's the odd marmot out. Oh, wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They've held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Well, what are you going to do with them now? That's for the Forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind Labyrinthos, after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the Forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least I doubt they'll be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Kajona. Is this the Gleaner you mentioned? The one who's looking for lost marmots? Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk, anyway? I'm Kryle, of the students of Baldessian. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the Forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent to Labyrinthos. We hope that by seeing these decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Damn it, it started raining. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls. Other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Did you learn anything new from your friend there? Yeah, they want to breed and eat stuff. So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the Forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose. I'd say that fits with everything we've heard thus far. We've also discovered the operation, when the operation was begun. The Forum contacted the Gleaners Guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telophoroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners keep abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives the distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive restructuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Yeah, they probably had, like, you know, Plan Z for the apocalypse, and they're just starting it. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telophoroi's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let's not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head into the Arcane? I'll go with that. How about we head into the Arcane? From there, we can reach the lower... Ice cream headache! Cryle, what's wrong? I'm fine, truly. The sun descent has left me with a bit of a headache, that's all. Oh, come the fuck on. Nobody should be buying this. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it, then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to the Arcane. We followed the path east, through the forest, where you were chasing after that mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, 'tis the trolls you need to watch out for. I've killed like 7 of them by now. Yeah, I think we're good, Alfie. I've killed a lot of them. Alright, let's go. I'm not dealing with side quests right now. Unless it's a blue side quest. You do blue side quests when you see them. The other side quests you leave for later. Far away is he? I didn't even look. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we got a bit of a walk. And yes, I'm walking instead of riding my mount because, I don't know, just the first time you're in an area, it just feels more natural, doesn't it? To, like, actually walk on your own 2 feet. I don't know. I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Shut up. Ah. Aetheryte. Good. Correct. Southeast, alright. Were you caught in mist on your way here? The sprayers keep the air humid, so the habitat feels as close as possible to a natural forest. This is the foremost material archive in Charlian. I should love to explore its treasures shelf by shelf, but I fear we have little time for such indulgences. Hey, wait, isn't this... Yeah, this is the music from, Anti-Tower. That was the name of it. Don't worry about me. I'm hale and healthy. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect that... Nay, let's discuss this later. The investigation demands our undivided attention. God damn it, Cryle. Behold the Arcane. As Nomenon serves as Charlian's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture, too, is similar. The building you see is merely the upper entrance. Still fucking big, though. An access point to the vaults carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens, as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Arcane contains a physical history of Charlian's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. Sounds awesome. Let's go. And they're all saying the same stuff. Okay. Deeper into the maze, and we'll get a hat. Oh boy. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Yeah, you guys do that. I'm gonna do a little tuning. Cool. Then there's the Gemstone Trader. So this is, you get gemstones for participating in fates that are randomly placed throughout the field, and then you can trade them here for like armor and stuff. Sorry, I was getting a drink. In the market for something on the rare side. Got a whole village worth of surplus from the Arcane, some of which could even be yours for some bicolor gemstones. And yeah, yep, got access. Cool, what do you got? Some crafting stuff, and that's about it. Okay, cool. Thanks for being useless. There's 75 to the south. You know what? Let's take a quick break from the story, and let's hunt us some ether currents and fight some things along the way. So, ooh, striking dummies. Oh, a cry for help. Could that be a fate? Sure is. And we got some more players here. Okay, they are spawning like right around here. Cool. Yeah, they're not quite close enough for me to hit with that. That's fine. Hey, there we go. Just a little bit of experience of some gemstones. You know, worth. I mean, hey, we did a fate while we were here, so that's not bad. Let's quick little repair though. There we go. Oh, it's that triple triad I see there. Fallen Ace, huh? Okay. I don't know how many ones I have, but... I can take that there. Okay, okay. This should be pretty safe. Get fucking shit on. Okay, anyways. Anybody else in here? Okay. I don't know where they went, but... Greetings. We are here to peruse the Arcane's vaults. Peruse? You are clearly not gleaners, then. Might I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldesion, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter. Not us, then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? That service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late. We are so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Students of Baldesion. You got a problem with me, man? I will scholar all over your face. I think I've used that threat before, but... The Forum must be wary of exposure indeed to so heavily restrict the use of public institutions. If they're going to close off facilities, then they ought to announce it! The students must be furious. Labyrinthos is constructed in the shape of a mortar. This upper layer is called the Outer Circuit, and the Medial Circuit lies one tier below us. We are at an impasse. As we have no further leads, I should like to pursue this one further. But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. 'Tis likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, then they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. God damn it. It's time for odd jobs, huh? Son of a bitch. Alright. Anybody need a bard? I can toot on a horn. Will toot for access to lower levels. Here we are. Amused student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we're just students. They won't let us into the Arcane, even though we found... actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere, but it was wandering around Tranquility, and so we thought to donate it to the vaults. Honest little squeal, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Arcane is open again. What the fuck? It's... Well, okay, yeah, it obviously wouldn't be solid because it's not a part of, like, the actual geometry of the stage. That's fair, but... maybe there's someone inside that needs help? Side quest, triple triad. That looks like a no. See, the thing about these giant red circles is you gotta check everywhere because... oh yeah, Chocobo Keep, forgot. I've never used those, but still, they're there, might as well use it. As I was saying, the thing about these giant red circles is you gotta check everywhere inside the circle, because it can even potentially be on the very fringes. And there's our next one right now. I don't know how I accidentally overlooked you. Bone-weary worker. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he'll be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he's doing. Okay, that's a lead. There we go. Alright. Oh, it's Aaronville! What up, buddy? Quiet! You'll frighten it away! Ah, it's you again. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Hey, that's what I'm here for. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the hornbill. Its feathers are green, and its cries the distinctive caw. Single it out and shoot it with a sleeping dart. The effects are short-lived, so I'll lie in wait down by the riverbank to claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. Oh boy, one of these sections. Search your surroundings for the hornbill. And then, let's see, cuckoo, walk, caw. It's supposed to be green feathers and a caw. Oh, wait, green bird, caw. Bam! You could have told me the general size of it, you fuck. Ah.
Fair shot.
Oh shit, voice acting. Wasn't expecting that.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
Never would have given you that accent. Never would have thought of it. I mean, to be fair, a lot of Vieras, when they're voice acted, have kind of this like Icelandic accent to them.
There you are. Any new revelations?
There's a bird that goes caw caw. Is that a revelation? Yeah, so Aaronville's here and I helped him again.
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Well, they were moving a lot of supplies out. They wanted to... That's one of the things they wanted to bring.
It's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Why? What is below?
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum. The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth.
Sounds neat.
Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
I mean, what else do they do down there?
I wasn't afforded an explanation. But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
Yep, sounds like they're ready to rough it out.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
You can take me down.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
But if the animals go down in a box,
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
we could sneak into the box.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down. This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the Medial Circuit below.
Hey, sounds
I
fun.
never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
Thanks, Aaronville.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
We need to find a way to sneak past this goddamned custodian and get on an elevator going down. Or have you tried just walking? My god, that's brilliant! Okay, I know it's a little more complicated than that, but I mean, come on, that's basically what happened. God, it feels weird getting Apex Arrow, like, just in the middle of walking, but I'm into it. I never would have noticed this cave on my own. Thank the scholar that Aaronville knew of it, and that you were there to persuade him to share. I took a quick peek inside, but it's awfully dark in there. So it wasn't much of a peek, was it? The Medial Circuit which Aaronville mentioned is the tier directly below us. Unlike the lowest level of Labyrinthos with its rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let us see what we might find. This must be it, the entrance to the mine shaft. 'Tis faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed there by the researchers, you think? Well, slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Yeah, tie your shoes, Alphino. Okay, saying the same stuff. Man-made though it may be, this shaft was designed to resemble a natural cave system. Heed Aaronville's warning and do step carefully. Alright, the Medial Circuit. The Medial Circuit. I can't talk. I don't know if you guys realize that yet. Alize seems eager to get underway. Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again on the other end of the tunnel. Yeah, leave the blind woman and the person who has no fighting experience to tend for themselves. I mean, okay. I'm jokingly being unfair with Y'shtola, but Guile literally does not fight. Are you saying we should keep her separate? Whatever. Oh shit, Brute Justice. No, that's Cruise Chaser. That's that. Oh yeah, Apex Arrow. Duh. Keep forgetting I can actually do that. There we go. Is that an NPC or a player? That's a player. Okay. Just looking, seeing if there's any. There be any scions about? You know how it is. Come on. I know I'm barely getting any experience for it, but fuck it. Oh, I didn't realize this was what I was supposed to be doing anyways. Okay. Looks clear. Oh damn, there's enemies. There. Then we go deeper in. But what was that tunnel over there then? Oh, it's just like another route. Okay. Yep, we're still walking. I don't care. I mean, they might have gotten rid of the dot dependency on Bard, but the fact that repertoire stacks feel like so much more consistent to get, that is kind of cool. I like that. You can almost sort of reliably know that, like, okay, I'm gonna get my pitch perfect any second now. You know? Yeah, that said, them changing Shadow Bite to be basically AoE straight shot feels a little weird. I don't know if I like that yet. 31 to the northwest. Ooh, it might be in there. Hold up. For once, we might have found a new ether circuit. Ether circuit? Ether current. For a split second, I guess it's Xenosaga popped into my head. Weird. Let's see. Is it in here? Yep, there it is. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at how many currents there are in this area. There's a lot. Okay. Got 2 out of 10. Then another 5 from quests. Ah, the outside. Trust everything went okay? You're still up. That mineshaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of research project, I wonder. I suppose they are a most unusual creature. Why did they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle about narrow tunnels? Good question. Kryle. I was being careful, I swear. The slope was steeper than I thought, and I lost my footing for a moment, that's all. I'm not injured, if you don't count my pride. Kachona, did you know Kryle almost took a tumble back there? She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence, at least, and as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the Medial Circuit. As I recall, this too is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaronville's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. My memories of this place are a touch hazy, but if we keep to the path heading north, then we should eventually arrive at a farm of some kind. Okay, everyone's still saying the same thing. Alright, let's go. Oh, what? Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. Guys, help! Screw you guys! Alright, let's do it. Yep, that's a farm, alright. Aha! Now I know where we are. This is the Medial Agronomics. Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you'd be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste. Indeed! Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaners hereabouts, yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. 'Tis possible they know something of the Forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? Sure. See what you can coax from the workers. The rest of us will do the same, or cast about for useful clues. see here. Anything interesting in the pumpkins corral? A field full of ripe vegetables being left to rot on the vine. Not a single picker hard at work. Clearly procuring readily available fresh food is not the forum's priority. Oh, that's actually a good point. I wouldn't have noticed that. Alphino? And so you spent years researching these high-yield cultivation techniques? Oh, he's learning. Loser. Hey, you look overwhelmed. Do I have ought to be taken down below? More than I can carry, and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport, hence the stack of crates atop that hill over there. God, hauling that lot up the slope was a job and a half. Aerial lift, you say? Hey, you look like you're busy harvesting. What's up? Harvesting in a lab coat even? What? What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled, a region in the south of Ilsabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for a myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvos before the Imperials renamed it Locus Amanus. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. So this is what Locus Amanus kind of, sort of is like. Okay. Where else? Ah, over there. With Jebk. Oh. What have you found, Alizé? I'm told this cart holds the harvest meant for the larders here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, fair. No idea where Y'shtola got to, but whatever. She's managing on her own, I'm sure. Alright, Jebk. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors. Not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? Yo, there's a mine shaft over there. We just walked down. The mine shaft, you say? Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the Forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests. Literal wagon loads of crop samples and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we've already thoroughly researched. Passing strange, eh? I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Oh, there you are, Y'shtola. The stack of crates on the hill is going below. That sounds promising. I'll gather the others and join you there. Now let me get rid of this tomato here before we do that. Alright, let's check out these boxes. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents. Bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. Ooh.
Hard to look away, isn't it?
No, I wasn't looking.
But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion. You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true.
Is it like how you talk to plants and make them grow? Is it that kind of like emotional attunement?
This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
A deep reddish pink for when you're feeling raunchy.
Yet even with the collected wisdom of Charlian at our disposal,
I was debating
yet
whether to make that
identify
joke
the underlying
for a few
principle
seconds.
of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration.
I can kind of sympathize with that, I guess.
As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
I mean, I'm a level 70 botanist. Maybe I know something about that. Okay, bye. You guys always show up when the exposition is just finished.
Have you learned aught of interest?
I got distracted by these flowers, sorry.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Yeah, but flowers.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
It's an awfully loud door if we heard it from over here.
Isn't that the entrance to the Arcane? Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
Right when we're talking about interrogating someone from the forum. How
You
convenient.
need to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
I have really good ears.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Kryl? Are the plants talking to you?
Cryo?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad
Kryl,
you
what were we
agree.
talking about?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Is this going to be another follow the NPC section?
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Are you talking to Heidelin through the flowers? Come on, Kryl, focus. Let's go after him already. We've waited too long as it is. It feels wrong to spy on Erenville. Oh, helpful as he's been, but what other choice do we have? Forgive me, my attention has been elsewhere. We were following Erenville, weren't we? Is Kryl still feeling unwell? I've never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our quarry slip away. Yeah, I'm almost 81. We're getting there. Did you see which way Erenville went? No, I was distracted by pretty flowers. Alright. The full report, warts and all. That doesn't sound good. Alize is not about to let Erenville out of her sight. Erenville was headed westward along the path outside the Arcane. Come, we could still catch him. Alright, let's go. Oh, also, nearest current, please. 6 to the west, yeah, so below. In the lower layer. Okay, let's see. Oh, actually, yeah, I was basically in the right area. God, I got hiccups now. God damn it. Unfinal Sting? I just noticed that attack name. That's kind of funny. For those not aware, Final Sting was a really fucking annoying move to get hit by certain breeds of wisps. So them having an attack called Unfinal Sting is actually kind of funny. Alright, sorry, a couple wasps in the way, but I'm here. We've fallen too far behind, and this damned mist won't help matters. I can still hear it. It seems your Stola wishes to have a word with us. Okay. Hold a moment. I have an idea. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticon Beta. That's a big word. Logisticon Beta. One of Labyrinthos' climate control centers. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Erinville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Graha and his vanish spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Hippity hop, my little toad! Oh no! Goodness! Why, Master Matoya? Why? Unaccustomed to transfiguration? Worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Erinville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. You could have warned us. And what am I to do in the meantime? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you'd be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would to learn anything of note. Which reminds me, where are the creatures hereabouts? In that form, you are essentially defenseless. You've changed into a toad! Must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. Ugh. You'll return if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfiguration's area of effect. Okay. Look at each other like, is this seriously happening right now? We got 30 minutes. Okay. Alize? Ribbit? I would have enjoyed being a toad for a little while, if only for the change of pace. But Yushul is right. I'm too preoccupied with other matters. This is amazing. I love this. Alright, Alphino. Ribbit! Alfie... God damn it. Alfie Toad and Alley Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Yep, same deal as before. Okay, cool. Ribbit. How big is this area we get to play? Oh, it's actually pretty big. Okay. God. Look out, Slowy, there's giant frogs after you. Yeah, nothing suspicious about this herd of frogs coming by, you know, as frogs tend to do. Avoid him. Okay, here we go. I don't know if this is the main spot or just a spot. Could just be a regular private action. Yep, just regular private action. Damn it. Discuss your surroundings. This will be insightful, I'm sure. Ribbit. Alfie Toad attempts to and fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he's telling you this is the wrong way. Ribbit! Alley Toad turns to face the north. Perhaps she's suggesting you cross the bridge. Oh, that bridge over there, not this one, huh? I mean, they're both in the same general area. It's fine. Just avoid those giant yaks. It's okay, guys. I've got my ribbit arrow ready to go. Just in case shit goes south. Ah, here we go. Nothing at all suspicious here. This is amazing. I love this.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
God, give the man a break, will you?
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Charlian scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
Talk with the peasant, or...
In an age long past, Charlian was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course.
Of course it will.
And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
That's usually what you say before you sacrifice somebody, right?
Then I will do your bidding. For now. But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
We may consider giving you a 15-minute lunch break. May. Why are you all dressed as like frogs?
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full. While I do have my reservations about the Forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart. Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
No, I like you, Aaronville. You're understanding.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
Why would three frogs be standing
You need
around
to
staring?
impersonate a toad. Try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Okay, that's actually a good explanation. I can actually kind of buy that explanation. That's pretty good. Our toad performances needs work, apparently. I'll have to pay more attention the next time I see one. You're already ready for your Stola to turn us into toads again, huh? I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we've discovered a new piece of the puzzle. This momentous duty the Forum agent mentioned. Charlian has been called to action, and the Telophoroid's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos, not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. If we happen to cross paths with Arenville again, I should like to thank him properly, and ask him for some frog tips. Guide of sorts. Ooh, it looks like we're going to the forum. Alice is staring off in the direction Arenville departed, a thoughtful look on her face. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the forum, and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Cryo for the moment, see what they think of this. Alright, let's go. Do you want to sell it? Oh wait, that's actually going to be one I can get to. Probably. God, how far away was it? Wait a minute, is that... Ooh. We got a fate here. While we're in the neighborhood, let's do it. There we go. And there was an XP bonus in it. Nice. Hey, Y'shtola, we're back. We're not good frogs. It's funny how normal the forest seems now. As a toad, it was all so much more ominous and threatening. Yeah, being small will do that. Small and edible, that is. Where's Cryo? Good question. Didn't even think of that. Welcome back. I trust you found Arenville, then? Yeah, he found us out. We're shit at being frogs. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Cryo, then discuss how we'd like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm. She was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. Okay. Ah, there you are. Don't mind me, Cryo, just finishing this off and then we'll talk. You still looking at the pretty flowers, huh? Yep, still a flower.
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
You mind explaining the voices now,
Will you
Cryo?
speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Oh, yeah, I suppose I never told you. I actually met Hydaelyn face to face. Little weird, but it happened.
Thank you.
Why are you... what? Why are you talking through Cryo?
She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance.
You did it fine on the
Though
boat.
I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, Here in the source, where I ferried her soul, I wish that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you. Take the flower.
The fuck are you talking about?
Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will.
Hey, that was a lyric and answer. Walk free.
That bloom will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
You know, you don't have to speak in riddles. You can just tell me what I'm supposed to do with the flower. Otherwise, it's just sitting in my back pocket for 20 hours.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out.
Yeah, okay, Kryl, but we're dealing with Ascians here. So, you didn't think to mention the fact that someone's probing your mind might be that might be a little important?
Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread. Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked.
Yeah,
At least she left us with a guide of sorts. That unusual flower.
I'm supposed to, like, hold it or something?
Yes, we are definitely making progress.
Alright. No answers to the forum, but one flower gained. Progress.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Oh, god damn it. Are they getting arrested down there? Oh, it's... God damn it, it's Fortuno.
Master Fortuno? What business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
I mean, we are somewhere we're not supposed to be.
Our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization. We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Arcane custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
I was helping get you your creatures, dude.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities.
We literally signed in under our names.
Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact. With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
You're just begging me to shoot this arrow right in your face, dude. You're just begging me.
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city.
I'm warning you, if it's a trial by combat, you don't know who you're messing with here.
As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
As a matter of fact, yes. As of right now, it
Reading
is.
encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Okay, sure, but I'm just saying, like, this Birnbaum ain't for show. I will shoot him.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
Oh, don't worry, I can do silence. Absolutely. Won't hear a peep out of me.
Enough. This is not the place for debate. The rostra await.
Hey, Kryle, I don't suppose Heidelin's actually a defense lawyer, too. Or she, like, knows someone in the ether that is, you know, think she could contact them for us? Rebel. Oh, were we supposed to be wearing our silly hats today? Damn, nobody told me.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Did I just see Kryle without her hood up?
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
We can hear you, you know. There's a lot of echo in here.
This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings.
I think this might be the first time we've ever seen Kryle without her hood. Unless that was a Eureka thing that I didn't do.
Would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
I didn't even have time to grab my bee bonnet.
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Who are associates of the students of Baldessian, to be fair. That was not false.
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large.
Yeah, trying to stop them, dickwad.
Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
Galuf was a badass old man. You do not fuck with him.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Poor Vieira Forum member can't wear a hat.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Ah, okay. Notice how I don't have my eye patch on right now? There's a couple scenes in the game that do this because they want to make sure you're actually seeing your character's facial expressions, so they'll just take off whatever headgear you have on.
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policymaking process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions.
And they keep that under lock and key.
The positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society. And
we can still hear you, you know.
I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
Subtle difference, but
the most
it's something.
Conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene.
We talking tax fraud or what?
But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
So they studied the sea and saw something they didn't like.
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh-so-important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Oh, damn it, Vader, sorry.
Yes, we are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle?
Yes?
We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission, not through strife and bloodshed, but survival. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we
Aha.
Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Trailer quote.
Such misguided zeal.
I mean, on the one hand, I will say I can understand where they're coming from, because it's one thing to try and stop an apocalypse. another thing to say, you know what, fuck it, this is probably happening, let's just make sure we survive the whole thing. I can understand that viewpoint to a degree.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Finding my missing hat.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the Studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Honestly, every
We heard
discussion
that.
devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand,
What's for lunch? I was thinking pizza.
By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
Literally, we haven't done anything.
Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
I thought jail time was the reason.
If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Dankeschön, Monteshane.
Have order! Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures.
Execution, followed by... Yeah, pizza for lunch sounds good. Everyone in agreement? Good.
Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlian. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
Any, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say that passes.
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
Damn, you're a fast counter.
Students, scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences. Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Well, so much for the government solving everything. Oh, pardon me, madam. Thank the gods for Scarlock Montaigne. I absolutely loathe arguing in circles. My father may be right, that I am still groping in the dark for answers, but I needed him to know that I would never stop searching. I owed that much to Arnvald, and myself. You may encounter some raised eyebrows, but do continue to claim the students as your sponsor whensoever the need arises. You know, Carl, you can let the hood down. You looked alright without it, I must say. I believe in the guiding principles of the Scions, and I know my grandfather would have as well. I apologize for the trouble I've caused you. I was pondering the significance of what I had just read, as I left the restricted section, and knocked over the security mammoth on my way out. I promise to be more vigilant next time. God damn it, is that that's the only reason you got caught? Well, at least we've been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the form discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedoms so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of substance here in Sharlayan. Oh, is it time to go to Thavnair? I think it might be time to go to Thavnair. Oh, oops, nope, not you. Stoll. We shall have to think very carefully about how we ought to proceed from here. Oh, damn it, no! Connection! Oh, don't scare me like that. Alright, estate visitor. Alice has a look of dissatisfaction. You don't say. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the form being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may, his father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino? Alice? It is you! Oh. When I heard you'd been dragged before the forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I am ever so glad. I'm so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother? Oh shit. Emelian Slevailleur, at your service. Damn it! And you fine people must be the scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Alphino has a mom? Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches father that you are here... Oh, bother that. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortuneau are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I've been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again. You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Thancred's group and reconsider our options. Yeah, about that, I don't think they've left yet. Go, visit your home. We'll be back at the Annex when you are ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we... Kajona, what do you think? Kajona? The Kajona Order? Yeah, I'm Alice's new big sister. What's up? What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Kajona, if you'd be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. Well, bye. And then she was gone, with her any opportunity to protest. Indeed. The matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. Wait, no, this is... Yeah, this is gonna be awkward. I'm sure Alphino thinks nothing of it. He invited classmates over all the time, but I wasn't the most... It was a different time for me, alright? Is your room a mess, Alice? I won't judge. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even, to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Kajona? Though it seems we shall have little time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? I mean, yeah, sure. Let us give Alice a push then and be on our way. Alice, I'm here to push you. Fine, if we're going, then let's get it over with. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they'd rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys. I mean, never mind. Levair Estate is that way, straight down the stairs, come on. Alright, yep. You're accompanying me, cool. Alright, keep an eye out for private actions as we go. Speaking of, God, I'm so close to 81, it's just taunting me. You from the bridge? As children, Alfino and I would wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment. Came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. When Alice and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. I mean, to be fair, going to a different world was not your choice. Like, that wasn't your adventuring spirit, that was you were shanghaied. I'll give you the different continents, though. Like, that's legit you. No other private actions? Okay, let's go. Hello, Meliance. And here you are at last. Please, do come in. Damn, everybody was ready for you.
Welcome home, my lady.
I mean, I said it before when I was wandering the place, but damn, you got a nice place, Alfie.
What? What are you gawping at?
I'm sorry, this is your house, yet you choose to stay at the Rising Stones. Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Uh-huh.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit. And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
As you wish, my lady.
Master Alfino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
Okay, sure, I'll hang out with your mom, I guess.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
Did they mention the part where they got sucked into another dimension?
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course.
Of course.
If only to keep me from worrying.
So, no mention of the other
worries
dimension.
all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
I'm sure Tataru appreciated it.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
Oh, did they tell you about the time they fell into a coma? I know it's more or less the same thing I was talking about
It
before.
would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful. Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
You, blanking on the name at the moment because this is a voiced cutscene, but you.
"'Tis plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why
Oh
don't
my
you keep
God,
me
I'm an
company
idiot.
whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
I'm an idiot. I just realized what the gift is. It's their new costumes. God damn it. It just clicked in my head that Alice hasn't gotten her new costume yet. Ah. So yeah, no, like stone dead. Like he was a corpse in Garlemald, right? And he was carried over by Gaius Van Malsen. And that was how I learned that Alphino was a good painter. Like, you would be amazed at the stuff he does. Yep, there it is. There's the costume.
You mentioned gifts. I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
I will say, I love
It's
Alize's new
perfect.
outfit.
Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphino.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become. See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
Minus all these weird little doodads on my belt. The hell is up with that?
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
If you would allow me, Master Alphino.
Are you serious? He just becomes a sage because his mother tells him to? Is that really the explanation? I was expecting some, like, big story moment, but it's just his mom gave him sage stuff, so he's a sage now?
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
Their dad was a sage?
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days. As a student, he was often called upon to venture into the field.
No, but Mother, I'm an academician. I summon carbuncles. That's what I do. I can't
wielded
just...
those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless.
Getting a bad time to receive text messages. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that.
Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Yes, but I've never been a sage before. How am I supposed to just know how to do it? Oh, you're actually giving him a soul
These
crystal.
devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion.
Alize, don't waste the LB.
Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Best him with fists.
You simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
I'm still mildly irritated that that's the reason he job changed. Just because. I don't know, it just feels underwhelming. Whatever. He's a sage now. Deal with it. I mean, I'm a sage too, so it's fine. She's still in here? Some servants are... Oh. You arranging flowers? You might need to actually put the flowers into the vase. That might be a thing you need to do. Plenty of servants, but I don't see Emiliance anywhere. So that was her name, right? Yeah, Emiliance. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Ella's names are weird, but whatever. Ow. Yeah, it's a nice house. You should have invited me over more often, Alize. And that was that. Only the gods know when we'll be back again. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation. Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice. As will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the Annex and rejoin our companions. Alright, back to the Annex. Which is this one. I do like that little teleportation map now that I've gotten a little more used to it. Because rather than checking the map to see which location is shortest and then picking from the menu, it just combines it into one. It makes sense. I like it. You guys haven't left yet? Oh my god! We've been down there for like 3 days! Get a move on! Don't think for a moment I'm jealous of Alphino's new weapons. They're far more suited to him than me. We left for Eorzea in matching outfits, but our styles, both fashion and fighting, have long since diverged. If anything, I'm proud of the differences between us. Don't worry, Alice. I'm sure next expansion there'll be a new caster and they'll make you that new job. That's how it usually seems to go. If I intend to master these sages' armaments, that will mean learning to imbue them with the same ether that I poured into Moonstone and Obsidian. 'Tis difficult to grasp the essence of such an entity. For me, it will help to think of the new list as allies in battle, simply a new form of energy which went into manifesting my carbuncle companions. I mean, that's kind of how it works, I think. I don't know, I just kind of put the crystal in my pocket and the new list just kind of did their thing. I don't know what to tell you, Alfie. For us to feel responsible for the schism of House Levailleur would be pure hubris. After all, we are merely on the outskirts of what is essentially a family affair. And yet neither can we claim the indifference of strangers. To hear their mother welcome them so warmly was a joy, and a relief. As curious as I am to learn the truth of this duty, I wonder what else the Forum is hiding. A calamitous secret whose origin lies in the ethereal sea. Duplicity aside, however, I do not believe Master Fauchenauve means us ill. Even the harsh words he had for his children stem not from anger, I think, but desperation. Enjoyed your time with the Levailleurs, I hope. I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Heidelin is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once you've scouted out the situation in Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. Bam, 81. When do I get my next thing? 82, I get Quick Knock. Or Quick Knock Mastery. Upgrades to Aladdin's Bites, which I think is literally just like a potency upgrade. 35%. Yeah, just a 20 potency upgrade. Okay. And then I get Blast Arrow at 86 and Finale at 90, and that's it. That's all I get. At least for actions. I do get a third... Okay, you know, we'll deal with all that later. For now, it's about time we head to Thavnair. Next time. I think we've done quite a bit in this episode. I'll see you guys next time for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. See you then.